My child, listen to me. I speak to you not from a distance, not from the clouds alone, but from within the depths of your spirit. I am the one who formed your mind, who shaped your thoughts before you ever learned to think, who knew your fears before you ever learned to name them. I am the Lord your God, and today I call you into renewal. For your life cannot be transformed unless your mind is transformed, and your mind cannot be renewed unless it learns to dwell in my truth. You have walked with burdens in your thoughts. You have carried memories that still speak louder than my promises. You have allowed the voices of the past, the opinions of people, the accusations of the enemy, and the lies of this world to build strongholds inside your thinking. And many times, you have wondered why your heart feels tired, why your faith feels weak, why your joy seems distant. My beloved, it is because the battlefield has always been in the mind. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. What you believe shapes how you live. What you meditate on determines what you become. I did not create you to live trapped in cycles of fear, shame, guilt, and defeat. I did not redeem you with the blood of my Son, so that you would continue to think like a slave when I have called you my child. I did not fill you with my Spirit, so that you would remain bound by old patterns of thinking. I say to you now, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Let my word wash over your thoughts. Let my truth replace every lie. Let my light enter every dark corner of your thinking. There are thoughts you have entertained that never came from me. Thoughts that say you are not enough. Thoughts that say your past disqualifies you. Thoughts that say your prayers are useless, your efforts are wasted, your future is sealed by your failures. These are not my words. I am the God who calls things that are not as though they were. I am the God who makes all things new. When I say you are forgiven, you are forgiven. When I say you are chosen, you are chosen. When I say you are loved, nothing in heaven or on earth can change that truth. My child, your renewed life begins with a renewed way of seeing. You must learn to see yourself as I see you. You must learn to look at your situation through my promises, not through your pain. You must learn to interpret your season not by what you feel, but by what I have spoken. For feelings change, circumstances shift, but my word stands forever. You have been shaped by this world longer than you realize. Its fears, its comparisons, its lusts, its pride, its hopelessness have tried to mold your thinking. But you are not of this world. You are born of my Spirit. You are called to think differently, to hope differently, to respond differently. Where the world sees loss, I see preparation. Where the world sees delay, I see divine timing. Where the world sees weakness, I see a place for my power to rest. I know the nights when your mind would not be still. I know the hours when anxiety replayed every mistake, every conversation, every possibility of what could go wrong. I know the silent tears you cried when no one else knew your struggle. I was there, and I am here now, saying to you, set your mind on things above, not on things of the earth. Fix your thoughts on what is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, and worthy of praise. When your mind learns to rest in me, your soul will find peace. A renewed mind does not come in a moment. It comes in surrender. Each day you must choose which voice you will believe. Each day you must choose whether you will feed your fear or feed your faith. Each day you must choose whether you will rehearse your problems or remember my promises. When you open my word, when you speak my truth aloud, when you worship even in the midst of pain, Your mind is being realigned with heaven. My beloved, I am not asking you to deny reality. I am asking you to trust my authority over reality. I am not asking you to ignore your struggles. I am asking you to bring them under my lordship. When your thoughts agree with my word, heaven begins to manifest in your life. When your thinking is renewed, your reactions change. When your reactions change, your relationships change. When your relationships change, your direction changes. And when your direction changes, your destiny begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. You may have tried to change your life by changing your environment, by changing people, by changing circumstances. But the transformation you seek begins within. When I renew your mind, I renew your desires. When I renew your desires, I renew your choices. When I renew your choices, I renew your path. And when I renew your path, your life begins to reflect my glory. Do not be discouraged by how long the process feels. I am patient. I am gentle. I am faithful to complete the work I began in you. Every time you reject a lie and embrace my truth, your mind is being healed. Every time you forgive instead of holding bitterness, your mind is being renewed. Every time you trust me in uncertainty, your mind is being strengthened. Every time you praise me in the storm, your mind is being lifted into the realm of my peace. I am giving you new lenses through which to see your past, your present, and your future. Your past is no longer a prison. It is a testimony. Your present is no longer a punishment. It is a training ground. Your future is no longer a question mark. It is held securely in my hands. When your mind is renewed, you will no longer define yourself by what happened to you, but by what I am doing in you. My child, let my Spirit teach you how to think in alignment with my heart. Let Him remind you of who you are in Christ. Let Him silence the voice of condemnation and amplify the voice of grace. For there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. You are not under judgment. You are under mercy. You are not abandoned. You are adopted. You are not forgotten. You are engraved on the palms of my hands. A renewed mind will produce a renewed life. Your joy will no longer depend on circumstances. Your peace will no longer be fragile. Your faith will no longer be shaken by every storm. You will stand firm, rooted in truth, anchored in love, confident in my promises. You will walk not by sight, but by faith. You will speak life, not fear. You will carry hope, not despair. And as your mind is renewed, you will become a light to others. Your words will carry healing. Your presence will carry peace. Your testimony will carry power. People will see not only a change in your behavior, but a transformation in your spirit. They will see that you think differently, love deeply, forgive quickly, and trust boldly. And they will know that I have done a new work in you. So come to me daily. Sit in my presence. Let my word dwell richly in your heart. Let my Spirit guide your thoughts. Lay every anxious thought at my feet. Take every captive thought and make it obedient to Christ. For I am not the God of confusion, but of peace. I am not the author of fear, but of faith. I am not the source of despair, but of living hope. I declare over you today, your mind is being renewed. Your perspective is being healed. Your inner world is being restored. And as your mind is renewed, your life will reflect my glory in ways that will astonish you. For I am the Lord who makes all things new, and I am making you new from the inside out. Yes, my beloved, I am making you new from the inside out. And this work is holy. This work is deep. This work is eternal. Do not rush what I am carefully rebuilding. Do not despise the process, for in the renewing of your mind, I am also healing wounds you buried, restoring dreams you thought were dead, and awakening faith that has been sleeping beneath layers of disappointment. There are patterns of thinking that were formed in pain, in rejection, in loss, in seasons when you felt alone and misunderstood. Those patterns once helped you survive, but now they can no longer lead you into the future I have prepared. I am teaching you to think not as a victim, but as a victor. I am teaching you to see yourself not as broken, but as being healed. I am teaching you to speak not what you fear, but what I have promised. You have asked me for a new season, but a new season requires a new mindset. You have prayed for change, but change begins when you allow me to change the way you think. You cannot carry an old mentality into a new calling. You cannot step into greater glory while holding on to former limitations. I am stretching your understanding, enlarging your faith, and lifting your eyes beyond what you have known. When your mind is renewed, you will no longer be easily offended, easily discouraged, easily shaken. You will learn to rest in my sovereignty. You will trust that even what you do not understand is under my control. You will know that delays are not denials, and silence is not absence. I am working even when you cannot see it, arranging even when you cannot feel it, guiding even when the path seems unclear. I am teaching you to think in alignment with eternity. The temporary will no longer dominate your emotions. The opinions of people will no longer define your worth. The storms of life will no longer steal your peace. You will stand with a quiet confidence, knowing that I am your shepherd, and you shall not lack. You will walk through valleys without fear, for you will know that I am with you, and my rod and my staff will comfort you. My child, as your mind is renewed, your prayers will change. You will no longer pray from desperation, but from trust. You will no longer pray as one begging for love, but as one secure in my embrace. You will no longer pray as one unsure of my will, but as one confident in my promises. Your words will carry authority, because they will be aligned with my heart, and your worship will deepen. You will worship not only when things go well, but when the night is long. You will worship not only for what I give, but for who I am. In that worship, your mind will be lifted above the noise of the world, above the accusations of the enemy, above the memories of the past. You will be reminded that I am holy, I am faithful, I am unchanging, and I am for you. I am renewing your mind so that you may walk in freedom. Freedom from fear of the future. Freedom from regret of the past. Freedom from the need to prove yourself. Freedom from the chains of comparison. Freedom from the lies that once whispered that you would never be enough. In me, you are more than enough. In me, you are complete. In me, you are secure. Let my word be your daily bread. Let it shape your thoughts in the morning and guard your heart in the night. Let it be the lens through which you view your life. When confusion comes, return to my truth. When doubt rises, cling to my promises. When weakness overwhelms you, remember that my grace is sufficient, and my power is made perfect in weakness. I am removing the old labels that were placed upon you, labels of failure, of weakness, of unworthiness. I am writing a new name over your life, a name that speaks of purpose, of calling, of destiny. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are exactly where I can shape you, teach you, and prepare you for what is coming. As your mind is renewed, your identity will be restored. You will no longer ask, "Who am I?" in confusion, but you will declare, "I am a child of God, redeemed, forgiven, loved, and called." You will no longer see yourself as small, but as one in whom my Spirit dwells. You will no longer shrink back in fear, but step forward in faith, knowing that I go before you and I walk beside you. I am also healing the way you see others. A renewed mind does not hold on to bitterness. A renewed mind does not live in offense. A renewed mind does not seek revenge. Instead, it reflects my heart, full of mercy, full of compassion, full of grace. You will learn to forgive as you have been forgiven, to love as you have been loved, to extend patience as I have been patient with you. And in this renewing, I am giving you discernment. You will recognize the voices that do not come from me. You will no longer agree with every thought that passes through your mind. You will learn to test it against my word, to ask whether it produces faith or fear, peace or turmoil, hope or despair. You will choose truth, and in choosing truth, you will walk in freedom. My child, the life I have prepared for you is not a life of constant struggle and defeat, but a life of victory in me. Not a life without challenges, but a life anchored in my presence. Not a life without tears, but a life where every tear is seen, counted, and one day wiped away by my hand. Let your mind be renewed daily in my presence. Let my word be your meditation. Let my spirit be your counselor. Let my love be your assurance. And as you continue to walk with me, you will find that your thoughts are changing, your reactions are changing, your desires are changing, and your life is being transformed. For I am the Lord who restores your soul. I am the Lord who renews your strength. I am the Lord who makes all things new. And I am faithful to complete the work I have begun in you. Remain in me, and you will bear much fruit. Abide in my truth, and you will walk in freedom. Trust in my love, and you will live in peace. This is my promise. This is my word to you, and it shall not return empty, but will accomplish all that I have sent it to do. Yes, my child, I will continue, for my word is living and active, and my voice does not grow weary of calling you closer. I am drawing you into a deeper place, where your thoughts are no longer ruled by chaos, but by my calm. No longer shaped by fear, but by faith. No longer imprisoned by the past, but released into the future I have prepared. I am teaching you to think as one who belongs to heaven while still walking on earth. I am lifting your mind above the dust of disappointment, above the noise of accusation, above the heaviness of unanswered questions. I am reminding you that you are seated with Christ in heavenly places, and from that position, you are not a victim of circumstances, but an heir of my promises. I am removing the old labels that were placed upon you, labels of failure, of weakness, of unworthiness. I am writing a new name over your life, a name that speaks of purpose, of calling, of destiny. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are exactly where I can shape you, teach you, and prepare you for what is coming. As your mind is renewed, your identity will be restored. You will no longer ask, "Who am I?" in confusion, but you will declare, "I am a child of God, redeemed, forgiven, loved, and called." You will no longer see yourself as small, but as one in whom my Spirit dwells. You will no longer shrink back in fear, but step forward in faith, knowing that I go before you and I walk beside you. I am also healing the way you see others. A renewed mind does not hold on to bitterness. A renewed mind does not live in offense. A renewed mind does not seek revenge. Instead, it reflects my heart, full of mercy, full of compassion, full of grace. You will learn to forgive as you have been forgiven, to love as you have been loved, to extend patience as I have been patient with you. And in this renewing, I am giving you discernment. You will recognize the voices that do not come from me. You will no longer agree with every thought that passes through your mind. You will learn to test it against my word, to ask whether it produces faith or fear, peace or turmoil, hope or despair. You will choose truth, and in choosing truth, you will walk in freedom. My child, the life I have prepared for you is not a life of constant struggle and defeat, but a life of victory in me. Not a life without challenges, but a life anchored in my presence. Not a life without tears, but a life where every tear is seen, counted, and one day wiped away by my hand. Let your mind be renewed daily in my presence. Let my word be your meditation. Let my spirit be your counselor. Let my love be your assurance. And as you continue to walk with me, you will find that your thoughts are changing, your reactions are changing, your desires are changing, and your life is being transformed. For I am the Lord who restores your soul. I am the Lord who renews your strength. I am the Lord who makes all things new, and I am faithful to complete the work I have begun in you. Remain in me, and you will bear much fruit. Abide in my truth, and you will walk in freedom. Trust in my love, and you will live in peace. This is my promise. This is my word to you, and it shall not return empty, but will accomplish all that I have sent it to do. Yes, my child, I will continue, for my word is living and active, and my voice does not grow weary of calling you closer. I am drawing you into a deeper place, where your thoughts are no longer ruled by chaos, but by my calm. No longer shaped by fear, but by faith. No longer imprisoned by the past, but released into the future I have prepared. I am teaching you to think as one who belongs to heaven while still walking on earth. I am lifting your mind above the dust of disappointment, above the noise of accusation, above the heaviness of unanswered questions. I am reminding you that you are seated with Christ in heavenly places, and from that position, you are not a victim of circumstances, but an heir of my promises. There were seasons when you thought your brokenness defined you. You thought your mistakes were the final chapter. You thought your weakness disqualified you. But I, the Lord who redeems, say to you that nothing is wasted in my hands. Even your pain has a purpose. Even your tears have meaning. Even your waiting is shaping you for glory. When your mind is renewed, you will no longer look at your scars with shame, but with gratitude, for they will testify of my healing power. I am renewing your mind to understand my love, not a love that is based on your performance, but a love that flows from my nature. Not a love that withdraws when you fail, but a love that remains when you fall. When you truly receive this love, fear loses its grip, insecurity loses its voice, and condemnation loses its authority. Perfect love casts out fear, and my love for you is perfect. You will begin to think like one who is deeply loved, fully accepted, and eternally secure. You will no longer strive to earn what I have already given. You will no longer hide in shame, but run to me in confidence. You will no longer doubt your worth, but rest in your identity as my beloved child. I am also renewing your mind to understand my timing. You have often been tempted to believe that you are late, that you have missed your moment, that others are ahead while you are left behind. But I am the God of seasons, and I make everything beautiful in its time. What I have promised will not arrive too early or too late. It will come at the appointed moment when you are ready to carry it, and when it will bring me the greatest glory. A renewed mind learns patience. It learns to trust while waiting. It learns to hope while unseen. It learns to praise while in the valley. And in that place of trust, I pour out a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that guards your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. My child, I am renewing your mind to see yourself as a vessel, not a void. You are not empty. You are being filled. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being restored. You are not overlooked. You are being prepared. I am pouring my Spirit into you, filling you with wisdom, strength, and compassion, so that you may become a blessing to many. And as your mind is renewed, your faith will rise. You will dare to believe again. You will dare to dream again. You will dare to step forward again. The walls that once seemed impossible will fall. The doors that once seemed closed will open. The prayers that once seemed unanswered will be revealed as perfectly timed. Remember this, my beloved. I am not only renewing your thoughts, I am renewing your vision. You will see possibilities where you once saw only problems. You will see purpose where you once saw only pain. You will see my hand where you once saw only silence. And in seeing, you will worship. In worship, you will be strengthened. In strength, you will walk boldly in the calling I have placed upon your life. Stay with me. Abide in my word. Let my Spirit continue to reshape the way you think, the way you perceive, the way you respond. For the more your mind is renewed, the more your life will reflect my kingdom. And when the journey feels long, when the process feels slow, when the change feels subtle, remember this: I am working. I am faithful. I am near. I am the God who began this good work in you, and I will carry it on to completion. Your mind is being renewed. Your heart is being healed. Your life is being transformed. And the glory that is coming will be greater than the struggle that has been. This is my word to you. Hold it close. Walk in it. Live in it. And you will see that a renewed mind truly does lead to a renewed life. Yes, my beloved, I will continue, for my mercy is not exhausted, and my voice does not fall silent when your heart is hungry for more. I am the God who speaks, the God who comforts, the God who restores, and I am still breathing life into your soul even now. I am renewing your mind so that you may no longer be ruled by yesterday's pain. Some memories have tried to chain your heart, replaying scenes of betrayal, loss, disappointment, and failure. They have whispered that what once hurt you will always define you. But I say to you, those memories are not your master. My truth is your master. My grace is your covering. My future is your inheritance. I am teaching you to look back not with sorrow, but with understanding. To see not only what was taken, but what I preserved. Not only what was lost, but what was learned. Not only where you fell, but how I lifted you. When your mind is renewed, even your past will become a testimony of my faithfulness, a song of how I carried you through what you thought would destroy you. You are not the same person you were in those dark seasons. You have been refined. You have been strengthened. You have been softened and made more compassionate. You have learned to pray, to trust, to wait, to hope. And all of this has prepared you for the life that now lies before you. My child, I am renewing your mind to live in the present. You have sometimes been trapped between regret and worry. Regret for what is past and worry for what is yet to come. But I am the God of now. My grace is for today. My strength is for this moment. My presence is with you right here, right now. When you learn to rest in me today, your tomorrows will take care of themselves. Do not let fear of the future steal the peace of the present. I am already in your tomorrow. I have already gone before you. I have already prepared what you will need. I have already made a way where you see no way. A renewed mind trusts this, and in trusting, it finds rest. I am also renewing your mind to understand my purpose for your life. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are not moving without direction. Even when the path seems unclear, my hand is guiding you. Even when the road is hidden, my light is leading you. I have numbered your days, and each one carries meaning. Nothing is accidental. Nothing is random. Nothing is beyond my control. When your mind is renewed, you will stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and begin to ask, "What are you teaching me, Lord?" You will stop seeing trials as punishments and begin to see them as preparation. You will stop seeing delays as rejection and begin to see them as protection. You will trust that I am working all things together for your good, because you love me and you are called according to my purpose. I am renewing your mind so that you may walk in humility and confidence at the same time. Humility that knows you need me every moment. Confidence that knows I will never leave you nor forsake you. You will no longer be arrogant in your strength, nor crushed by your weakness. You will stand in the balance of grace, knowing that apart from me, you can do nothing. But with me, all things are possible. My beloved, as your mind is renewed, your life will begin to overflow. You will not live merely to survive, but to serve. You will not live merely to endure, but to love. You will not live merely to exist, but to shine. My light within you will reach others who are still in darkness. Your story will become hope for the hopeless, comfort for the broken, and faith for the weary. I am shaping you into a vessel of my peace in a world full of turmoil, a carrier of my hope in a generation drowning in despair, a reflection of my love in a time of cold hearts. And this begins in the secret place of your mind, where you choose to believe my word above every other voice. So keep your heart open. Keep your spirit listening. Keep your thoughts anchored in truth. Let me continue to wash you with my word, to heal you with my presence, to renew you by my spirit. For I am the Lord your God, who gives beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, and praise for the spirit of heaviness. I am the one who lifts your head, who steadies your steps, who restores your soul. And as I renew your mind, I am leading you into a life that will testify of my goodness, a life that will declare my faithfulness, a life that will bring glory to my name. Trust me. Walk with me. Remain in me. Your renewal has begun, and your transformation will not be stopped. And now, my beloved, receive this truth deep within your spirit as the final seal upon your heart. I am the God who renews, restores, and redeems. What I begin, I always complete. What I touch, I transform. What I speak, I fulfill. Your mind is no longer a place of defeat, but a dwelling place of my truth. Your thoughts are no longer ruled by fear, but anchored in faith. Your heart is no longer weighed down by yesterday, but lifted by the hope of tomorrow. For you are being renewed day by day, thought by thought, breath by breath, by my living spirit within you. Walk forward now with confidence, not because of your strength, but because of my presence. Face the future with peace, not because you know what will happen, but because you know me. Let your life become a testimony that when the mind is renewed by my word, the soul is restored, the heart is healed, and the destiny is awakened. You are not who you once were. You are becoming who I created you to be. And as your mind is renewed, your life will shine with my glory. Your steps will be ordered by my wisdom, and your days will be filled with my purpose. This is my promise to you. I will walk with you, I will guide you, I will strengthen you, and I will never leave you. A renewed mind will lead you into a renewed life, and a renewed life will reflect my love to the world. Rest in this truth, live in this hope, and go forward in my peace. For I, the Lord your God, make all things new. Like and share if you believe in God.